Hey, welcome to the Streets of Willow. Today is June 29th. This is an exciting day because, well, we have a lot of stuff that we're testing on the car. Racebred splitter, CSF Race X Manifold, the CSF prototype oil cooler, the MCS two-ways, and yeah, check out the engine bay. It's a little different. So we got the MCS canisters mounted up, nice and tidy up front. The Race X CSF manifold, which has been keeping us cool on this hot summer day, and you don't see it, but right here is the CSF prototype oil cooler. And last but not least, we got the Racebred splitter. We are testing the splitter for Racebred before they sell this to their customers. There are a few tweaks that they're going to make it even better. It's honestly pretty solid now. So yeah, we're testing a ton of stuff today, and it's not ideal to test so many things at once, but I find myself doing that quite often, which is hilarious because I know it's bad. But pretty much it's been a great first session. Nothing went totally wrong. I did fuel starve in the first session because honestly I got here kind of late and I was rushing and I forgot to fill up the tank. And yeah, I was 2 bars down, but I still fuel starved. It's insane. I need that CSG fuel system now. So I actually wasn't able to put down a single lap on full power. It was all kind of pulled power from the limp mode, but I still managed a 119, which is a good sign. Oh, and I'm a complete dumbass because, well, awesome.
Dude, I love the diffuser and exhaust.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet, right?
You feel a difference?
So yeah, our first session wasn't without some issues though. At some point, not today, my rear end link came loose and it was like smacking around back there, and I think it hit my CV boot and made it back off just a little bit, and I looked at the inside wheel well and there was just grease splatter everywhere. So I zip tied it. Hopefully it holds, but I don't think I'm going to run that much anymore. Yeah, that's a bummer. That kind of sucks. But we're gonna gas up. We're gonna go again, and hopefully we don't have any issues. Hopefully no fuel starve or anything. I'm gonna fill it up to maximum, and let's send it. 19 was my best with limp mode, so let's get 18 or 17. My thoughts about all the components working together. The Racebred splitter is working really great. The downforce I'm getting from the front now is pretty crazy with the tunnels. I shouldn't say crazy. That's too superlative. It's great. So the tunnels alone versus a completely flat splitter is generating 30% more front downforce. Can I feel that? Maybe, but I know that the performance of the car is that much better, which is great. Another little wild boo-boo I did is that I flipped my my settings for my dampers. So instead of doing my values from soft, I did it from stiff. So a lot of stuff was very soft, a lot of stuff was very stiff. I switched that around after calling my buddy Alex Bernstein, sub 2 Speedhouse, who helped me get these coilovers. Yeah, he told me I'm a dummy and I fixed it. So yeah, let's get out again and try again. But today is mostly about testing these components, and so far, so good. Race X Manifold working really well to cool down the car. What's really crazy is that it keeps it pretty cool throughout the lap, but when I'm on a cool down lap, it really cools down the car quickly. That's our second session. That was pretty good. There was a bit of traffic, but it's okay because I'm just shaking down the car right now. Got a 118, fixed my damper settings. Feels pretty good, but now I'm getting a little bit, now that I'm pushing the car a little bit more, I'm getting some front turn-in understeer. So talking to Alex Bernstein, sub 2 Speedhouse, shout out, I'm going to soften up the front to give myself more front grip. Hopefully that helps with my turn in, and we'll turn a faster lap. It's getting really hot right now. It's in the 90s, and I don't expect it to get any cooler. It's a really good shakedown. So I'm running prototype parts and just sending data to the guys at CSF and CSG, but it's looking pretty good. There's some data points that need to be addressed. This is why we test. It's always fun being the guinea pig for stuff, because there's room to manipulate how the end product is going to be. So I'm hoping, or I know, that when the products are ready to launch, that they're perfect for the consumer. The Racebred splitter, feeling fantastic. Lots of front downforce. Those tunnels are awesome. With the install, you have 4 cables, splitter cables, that keep the splitter from sagging, and right now those cables are working overtime. I think we're not, Streets isn't a very high downforce track, but it's definitely you get up there in terms of speed on the back straight and the front straight. So I'm definitely feeling the front of the car hunkered down more than usual. Other than that, the CV boot in the rear, the zip tie seems to be working. I feel like perhaps the best course when I take it back home is to get another clamp, but it lost a bit of grease, so I'm not sure. That might be a little sketch. Maybe new axles, oof, I don't know, or maybe just rebuild the axle. So currently we're at P1 in B1, which is new to me because I'm consistently getting punked by the B1 guys because they're so dang fast, running slicks in these really gutted, like pure built race cars, and the Supra is no slouch either, but I'm on street tires and it's a bit heavy. We corner balanced at G-Works the other day and it was 3,300 pounds, 3,350 maybe, with me in it. So, and that's me gutting the rear and all that stuff. So still a pig. I'm gonna have to do a lot to trim it down to get to 3,200. But yeah, we're sitting P1 with a 118.9, which is kind of off pace, honestly. So I was doing like 18 flats before it got hot. But good news is that, well, I was running consistent 19s over and over and over again with the baseline MCS settings. And being that I was basically driving, staring at my, oh shit.
I get 10 points.
Oh man.
Danny DC2.
Danny DC2, yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm good, how are you?
I was talking, my bad, I got starstruck. I saw Danny DC2 and I didn't know how to behave. Gonna do one last session, just for the data. If I win B1, the only reason is because everyone's car broke. But I guess we still take those? I don't know, not really. I'll still hang it on my wall though. Here are the Bimmer boys. Ellie's drift car. Andrew unfortunately is having some issues getting a lot of limp mode, so he's out of the game. Here's Studio RSR, Toby's M4 comp. Pretty wild. Oh, Corvettes. You know, if I didn't get the Supra, I probably would have gotten a Corvette because Corvettes are goated, and if you don't agree, then you're just plain wrong. Oh, an M2. I love these things. Absolutely love these things. Here we go. Here's how the car sits now. Not too much different. you'll see something that I want to show about the Racebred splitters are these 3D end plates. Really cool design, CFD'd. They have all the CFD data. I'm not going to pretend to know all of that, but these work. These do a great job with deflecting the air away from the tire. It would work better if I had those like the tire spats, but I don't because I'm a dummy. Yeah, look at this Racebred. This is gonna come out soon to the public. We're just doing a little bit more testing. So I told Charles at Racebred to do something with the bracketry, and I was so wrong. So we're gonna go back to his initial design, which has worked for 12 years. But yeah, how does that look? It fits. The fitment of the air dam is like nearly perfect. So it goes up here. The final version is going to contour down here. It's going to be a perfect match with the OEM lip. But we're just running this one as a prototype. Really cool. So right now, I am currently loving my setup, my MCS 2-ways. They feel really compliant around the track. It feels super nice. Oh wow, there is a canopy that's about to fly away. On the bumps, takes it like a champ. But I should preface this with saying that the S3 coilovers were no slouch either. They were incredibly good. They got me to a 151 at GTA. So, you know, that with a one-way affordable kit, that's really, really impressive. Yeah, loving it so far. And I think the secret ingredient here is the fact that I have sub 2 Speedhouse kind of in my corner, helping me set this up. Alex is currently at home with his kid watching F1 highlights, but still I'm calling, texting him, asking him for advice, and he's helping me set up remotely. So thank you, Alex, for sacrificing your Saturday morning. But yeah, like my philosophy is, and this is a thing that has been learned over the years, is that you want somebody who is incredibly knowledgeable and fast to set up your car. If it's just comes from all data, then sometimes they don't understand driver feel. And if it's all feel, then they don't understand the data. The nice thing about Sub 2 Speedhouse is that Alex knows both. So he's gonna help me take this car and transform it. The goal here really is Button Willow. That's what I want to focus on. I want that sub 50 so bad, and I want to perform well at GTA, take the podium, or take P1. That's the goal. Here at Streets, this is kind of the first track that I really cut my teeth on, but this is kind of like my home track, you could say, and my goal is a lofty one, and I think I'm gonna have to get there with more power and just lightness, but a 114. I think that's possible. I know it's possible because Jackie Ding did it, and Toby did it in the RSR Supra. So I think with more driver mods, setting up the car, whatnot, we're gonna be able to get there. But right now, this is a good test. I'm not going 10/10ths because, like I said, these are still prototype parts, and I want to get good data and not break the car so that we don't get enough data. So yeah, that's my rambling. I think we will go out and do our next session, pack up, and do a little download.
118.59 micrayas.
All right, everybody, end of the day, third session over, squeezed in another 18.6 or 5. Decided to pull out early because the temps were starting to get high and I didn't really want to stress the car out too much, but we walked away with the class win. I only won because the B1 drivers really weren't out to play. Andrew had a lot of issues and Ellie also was on old tires, but yeah, that's it. That's it for the day. I think there is a lot left in the car, but it feels good to get a trophy to hang up on the wall. But also I know that these guys are coming out in full force in Button Willow next track day, so let us keep pushing forward.
BOSS Racing.